wet my sky. There we are, whack a bit of water in that sky. And then whack a bit of paint in it. It's quite a pale sky actually, so I'll just come down like that. That'll do. That's that. I might give that a few minutes before I start doing hotels to it. Oh no, that's not looking bad now, so let's get ready. Some clouds, just see how much that drips. Don't need it to drip that way. I'm just going to drip this, look. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, I need it to drip this way. So if I get that in there like that. There's a bit there that can drip. A little bit of a cloud there and all. And that's probably enough. It's just sort of dripping, so I'm just coming down a bit more. Dee dee dee. Let's see a bit more up there, thinking it up a bit. There, probably. A bit more. Just let it do its thing. Just drink the coffee. You can see it just dripping down there. Let it drip a bit that way now. Perhaps let it drip back down a bit, perhaps. I don't know. Something like that. Maybe just get a bit tiny bit more watery. Just come in a bit. Yeah, that'll probably do. Squeeze that out. Fade that across that road. Right, I think that'll do me for now. Come into me background now. So there's a nice green hill. So just mix up a nice light green. Dee dee dee, bit of blue and yellow, that makes a nice green. Tiny bit of cobalt blue and plenty of yellow. Let's give me a nice green. There we are. Into there, like that. Across there, dee dee dee, down there, and down to there. I can go straight through them trees. That'll be alright. Yeah, that'll be sound. Straight through there. And then I'll just get what we got, what brushes we got. Find a nice brush. Looks like I'll have to use this one. Just get this brush just to do a bit of detailing in there. So there's a bit up here. In fact, that's going to be all dark trees. Most of this is actually. So I'll just bring this down here to there, across there into that chimney bit there. That just gets me around this house. In fact, that roof's probably going to be darkerish, but now I'll come around it. Then I'll just makes it easier in the long run. So that can come round there, down there. This here is a nice bright green in here, so just that's my bushes there. Fill that in. There we are. I'll come round this anyway, even though I'll probably be doing it again in a minute with some dark bushes, but I'll still do it. there'll be some bushes cut. That's left a bit of a jagged line, but it not matter because, like I say, there's some bushes coming in there, so that's not going to matter. Oh, and then come into this, into there, across there like that, across here. I think I can go straight across that one. That's it. Might come round this one and leave a few little white shiny highlight bits. So that's that. Yeah, I think that's looking alright to me. Right, so that's a sip of coffee, and then I think I might start adding some of these bushes in. Right, let's do that. Some more green. Right, this is a ridiculously dark colour now. If I come in here, I can see that this is really dark all around here. There's all these bushes in here. It's ever so dark. Into there, to about there. Go slightly lighter after that bit there. This is all dark down here. Really? Right, there's these bushes here, around here, there's two. There's one about there. There, and there's another one about there. Something like that. That's it. Alright, if I pop all that in, right, where's this go to? This comes into about there, across to about there, and then it does start sort of blending out about there. Tiny bit of water added in. It does come into a little bit of lighter stuff. And this bit round here is a bit lighter. Yeah, this stuff here goes a little bit lighter. It's still the same thing, not load of bushes and stuff, but for some reason it's a little bit lighter there, so I'll pop that in. There we are. That'll do. Right, where's, probably want a little spiky brush now. Where is it? Seem to have lost all my brushes today. Oh yeah, there it is. This little spiky brush. Right. The green. This should do the job perfect. Right, so there's a bit in there, a bit of green there, like that. Oh, that's perfect. Look. Then it goes into this more blacker colour. It goes a lot darker now around here. That goes up here. Right up to there. Up there. Up there. That's it. I'll keep borrowing paint from down here where it's puddling up and bringing it back up. I think that's probably best. One of my best bets. Right, I think I'll just follow this round. It's pretty much where I think it's going to look good rather than what's on the photo. Just keep nicking that from there, dragging it back up to the top there. That's it. Perfect. Might come back in again and just keep blending that puddling bit up. Right. Now then. Right, let's do this bit. So now, get some more green. Really, again, it's ridiculous. The dark green, really, really dark green. barely green, it's virtually black. I'll come in here to start with, into this bit, get the edge of this one. So that's the edge of that one there, like that. That's it. And then into there, like that. Up into there. Come into a bit more green now then. Up into there, like that, into there. And it's just splodging with a spiky brush. If you've got your hake or hike brush, whatever you call it, you can dry it, bash all end up and do that effect. It's just as good. And the reason I'm using this one instead is just because I've accumulated it, so I may as well use it. But you don't need it, you don't need separate brushes. That's just a sort of thick-haired spiky brush. But yeah, your hike brush, bash the end up, do exactly the same thing. Even like one of these brushes, one of them, if you bash the end up, just bash it and it all spreads out and breaks up. It's exactly the same, does the same thing. You can even do it like that with a little brush, look, and do little dots and stuff like that. See what I'm doing on that little bit? You can even do that. But I just find, like, see there, look, there's not much there, so I'll put a bit in there. I'll just find, because that's not as random, because you're actually putting it in yourself, it never looks quite as good. But that's another way you can do it. You might prefer it that way, you've got a lot of control doing it that way. Right, I'll try and blend some of this up again. Just this puddly stuff. I'll keep coming back in and blending up a bit, I think, just to try and see like that, because I'm doing that with this brush. It's not quite as random, but it'll be right. Right, so that's that. And now then, another sip of coffee. Right, I think what I'll do now, block all this green in here. So in there, tell you what, there's quite a light creamy colour in there. Let's have a look what I've got. Let's wash my brush. See if I can get a light creamy colour. I'll mix it here on this. I'll mix it here on a separate bit. I'm just talking to myself now. I've got a separate palette, so all my palette's covered in mud, so I'm just making a separate palette and mixing a light creamy colour. If I pop a bit of yellow in that should get that lovely colour. Oh, that's perfect. Right, so I just want some creamy bits in there and in there like that. A few little bits, and then I'll scatter some across there as well. And then I'll just come into me light yellowy green into there. There we are. Blend that in. Blend that in. Leave an odd little white bit if you want, always looks nice. Come up into this, up into there, into about there, to there, It's going gradually back to that creamy colour. I want a yellowy colour, so I'll come back in. Right. So over here, nice and yellow. That's there. Up to the house there. Up into there. Nice yellow colour. There we are. That's it. I'll probably glaze over all that. Just to show you, look. I'm just going to bat at the end of that up like that, look. This is still a bit wet, but so you can get it drier than that. But look at that. That's the same sort of effect as that. So that's just to show you. I'll not go right to that edge because that's still a bit wet, but yeah, that's just to show you what you can do with that. You know what I mean? Do that edge there, look. Let's give me that edge on there. Yeah, get some bit of grassy effects and all. When your end's battered up, like, I can see the end of that. get some little grassy effects. Oh, look, this is grass, so well, some grassy effects on that. No. Right, there, what's that? That's an underglaze, so I'll be doing some more on that. Right, thinking now. There's a bush there. I might do this bush first though. Right, let me think. It's quite a pale green on there. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix a pale green. So if I get some, I'm going to use some Chinese white to mix it, I think. Some Chinese white and some yellow. Just mixing this up separate. I want a really, really, really pale green. That's pretty good. And then just dab a bit of that green in there. A bit more. That's it. I was going to bang it in with a spiky brush, but I think my brush is a bit too wet to do it, so I'll have a go. But I think my brush is too wet. You have to dry your brush to get that spiky effect. Well, I'm just going to try, because it's not too important at this stage. That'll do. That's just me underpainting there. And you know what? Let's drag a bit into there and all. The same colour look alright in there. I'll just go straight through that. I've got to try and remember now I've done that. Got to try and remember that that bit is separate to that bit. Which if I go and forget now, there's a little pencil line there just to remind me. Right, so that's that. I was thinking that pale green. I wonder if that might work in here. A few little bits of that built in. Could work. A few bits of that layered in there. So I'm just building up some layers here. Up there it's more just like that. That's just building up a few layers. And in there that's just me thingamajig. In fact, I could put some of that in that. Top bit, see my brush is getting drier now, so I'll be able to batter it up and get that battered effect look up there. So I'm gradually building this effect in here. There we are. Alright. I think what I'm going to do now, come in and get this bit here. Lighten this green up a bit. Need some light green, that's probably about right. So that can go in there like that. And that comes to the bottom of there. So I'm going to need that one. I'll have a dark green on bottom of there. Comes into there, like that, into there. And I'm just adding some of that dark green in. Like that. There we are. There's a little bit of that light green outside, and then a lot of that dark green. Green mixed, sort of. Just a mucky yellow I've got mixed. Into there, like that, into there, and then mix some more in. Come into there, it's a really dark green. So I think just tiny bit extra dark in there. That's it, that's 2 bushes in. Oh, I like that, that's looked really good, really nice. I'm tempted. I think I'm going to have a little try just to get some of this in. See the end of that, even that's quite dry look, and the end's a bit battered. So I can get a bit of a stipply effect from that look. See how I'm getting that stipply effect? That's because the end of that brush is a bit battered up. So any brush, that's a normal brush like that, but you can, I'll show you, batter that end up like that, look. See the end, it's not pointed, and then look, you get that effect. So that's what I mean, you don't need to buy special brushes to do this stuff. If you want to, you can. I'm not saying don't, just saying that I don't need to. Right, because it's quicker with this one, I'll use this one. But sometimes the little pointy ones can get your accuracy. But yeah, do you need them? Save some more milk at the end, look. And you can batter it as you're putting it in. So that's more accurate, see? So I'm using that one because it's better for this little bit. Just a bit more accurate. I might need to go back in and darken that a bit more, or I might be alright. Probably be. I might go in that corner and do it, but if I do it now, it'll just keep soaking in. And let it dry, then do it. Right, this one here, now, that needs, I say that needs some light green battering in there. So let's do that. There we are, that's my light green. Batter that in, there to there, like that. Leave us in plenty of gaps. In fact, I can go all the way across, it doesn't matter. Because it'll help me build it up, you see. There we are, so that's that. And then I need a darker green. Walnut darker green. Well, that's that. Oh, I tell you what, that's the same over here. Start whacking that one in. So I'll get this lighter green in first. Oh, actually, may as well get the colour of that arse in first before I start whacking bushes in there. So I'll do that next, the colour of the arse. So, right, a nice salty purplish blue colour here, that'll do perfect. A bit more water in there. Oh, a bit more water. This side is in shade, so I just want to do that. There we are, then I've got to let that dry really before I do hotels. So that's that. My roof, I may as well let it dry before I stick my roof on really. Oh, my screen's playing up now. There we are. Right, so that's that. Right. Build some of this in anyway. So there's some bright greens up here. Oh, I'm going to stick it in. Should be alright. It sort of comes in there like that, and sort of comes down, something about like that, into there. Oh. Where's this brush? What's this going on here? A bit of that. I just bring that in to get a few bits of light greens and stuff in there. So I'm still going to go over this a bit more yet. In fact, that could be something I could have a bash at now. Get some more light green in here. A little bit more of this in here. A bit of texture. Oh. There, a bit extra in there. So, get that black roof on in a minute. Right, let's get into some darker greens. So I've got that green there. I think I'm going to need a bit of reddish brown just to chill it out a bit. That's better. I think. Let's have a look at that. That's it. I'll come right down into here. That's it. Some of these little bits in there like that. Soften some bits down, bits of grass and stuff. Bit of texture. There's a few of these little really dark bits of grass in here, especially on this front bit. Yeah, kids. Yeah. Bits. Right, that's that. Stick a bit of that on there and all. Right, now let's get dark. This is whatever green we're on with brush, plus Payne's Grey and Bond Umber. Well, what's that? Tiny little couple of bits, not much in there. Might let that dry a bit fast, so right, come back in here. That's going to have a dark side on there, isn't it? That bit there, just stick that in. So dark side on there, light's coming in that way. Sort of bluish grey roof, isn't it? So we'll get that in. Sort of a bit darker. Some more black into that. This is just for this roof, really bluey grey dark colour. Something like that. I'll try it up here first. Bit more grey in it. A bit more like that. That's going to dry lighter, don't forget. So don't panic if that looks a bit dark. Same here, I think we'll just do something like this. I'll put my finger in this paint. I need to be careful. And a bit of that softer colour in. That's it. Probably a bit down there, I'm thinking, on that chimney. And then I'll leave front of that chimney as it is. Top bit's probably wants lightening a bit actually, because if you look on the side of there, if that chimney's going to be white, it wants to be like that really, don't it? So just lighten that a bit. That's it. Right. Get a little brush on that one. Some windows in. So, yeah, my windows there. That's my door. That's it. Oh, there's a little window up here on this one. There. I think what I'll do now, into a bit of this softer colour, just come in and just do something like that in them windows. So look at this roof, shall we? See if we can soften that a bit. It's looking a tiny bit dark, so simples. Get a dab like that. That's it. Look, so let's lighten that up a bit. That's sound. Right. Where's that brush gone? Where is it? That one, isn't it? That door there got a bit of red in it, so I'm going to go light red, what's almost a brown colour, like a reddish brown. That should do it. So you pretty much see the old door on that. There we are. I think I'll just soften the bottom bit. Oh, that looks nice. So that I might soften the bottom of these windows. Just stick them in. Let's get here on my brush. Can I get that like that? That'll do. Right, so that's that. I think that's my ass okay at that. Right. Really dark into there now. So we're going Payne's Grey Montumber. Sort of hold that still into there like that, into there like that, and then it's sort of just, there's not much up there. A bit down there. I think that's about it. I could get a bit softer colour in there. Bit wet. There's a bit more water on my brush now, so this will look darker, but it'll dry slightly. It'll probably lighter. I'm sticking it in. That's looking pretty nice. I'm going to use that same colour and do a bit in here as well with that. Just for an extra layer. That'll dry a little bit lighter than what it is. Right. I think, just having a look, I think we're about there. Quite simple as that is. That's the basics. What I might do, I might let this dry and I might come back in and polish it up a bit. I think I'll let this dry now. I'll sit back and have a look at it, and then I'll probably end up coming back in and polishing some on it up. But that's your basics for a painting. Wants a couple of bods putting in and a signature on it. But because I'm going to sit back and have a look first, I'll probably not put that in. But that's your basics there. So I'll leave it at that for now. Sit back and have a look, and then I'll probably always advise that you sit back and have a look, and then perhaps come back in and polish some stuff up. See if you can improve out. Right, I'll see that one beach. Wow, wow.